welcome back to another episode of Gallifrey Gals Get Warped. As we engage our way closer to the end of season 2 of this show.
What's gonna happen?
What is gonna happen?
Tell me.
I don't know. What is gonna happen? If only I'd seen the show before and could just tell you.
If only.
The last episode we watched was not one of Katrina's favorites, though I think we could both agree not the worst episode we've ever seen of the show.
No. Definitely not the worst episode I've ever seen. Definitely not one of my favorites so far either, though. But we've come off some pretty some pretty strong episodes. Yeah. Like we had Times Squared, and then we had the Q Who. Like we've come off some pretty
had a nice run of pretty good episodes.
Yeah. So like again, with a show with this, this many episodes in a season, not everything is going to be perfect.
Not everyone's going to be a banger,
Other than that, I don't know. I'm ready to snack and go further.
Do it. So this episode we're about to watch is called Up the Long Ladder.
Up the Long Ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Up the long ladder. Is this the ladder of like ranks? Like, is it? I don't know.
I don't know, but we know how to find out.
By watching it. Hey.
Oh, who we are? I'm PAULA.
Oh, shit. I'm KATRINA. We're so bad at that. I am Kat.
And I have a cat. It's on my shirt. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Listen to that. Shenanigans. Okay, sorry. We're done.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not much of a. There's nothing.
It's not much to
preemptively
say.
Really to. Unless you got any facts,
Not
hanging
really.
On to
I'll say this. So in this episode, apparently this is one that has a bunch of like deleted scenes. I don't know that any of them are actually worth watching. There's a reason they were deleted. But apparently
especially
they're
at a time
included
like
on
this.
like the Blu-ray disc for season 2, but I don't know that we will watch them.
I say let's do this.
Let's warp in. Beam in. Let's transport in. Who needs a catchphrase?
Who needs it?
Not me.
The music is already intense.
22. Sure is.
Ooh, he's uncomfortable. What is going on? What is happening? This is starting off so not okay.
Well, now we know there's someone out there.
Someone
asking for help. It was the first stirrings of world government. You should read more history novels.
I feel like he's telling everybody this.
So yeah, the audience doesn't know either, so.
Right?
Medical emergency. Dr. Pulaski to the bridge.
Circulatory failure.
Oh, shit.
In other words, he curled up his toes and lay unconscious on the floor.
Doctor, there is no need to insult me.
What I am worried.
Thank you.
I was going to say she kept that shit under wraps for him.
I owe you my life.
Data. Perhaps they were planning for the worst, sir.
Apparently.
Hold that thought.
Oh, he's so fucking cute.
Yeah.
Antidote. If we're going to share, let's share.
Oh, that was sweet.
One of the deleted scenes apparently is him doing the poetry.
Got it. I would have liked to see that.
That would be cool, yeah.
But I can see why it's something they had to cut out.
A period of severe flare activity.
Was that a burning TARDIS?
Oh, jeez. Wait a minute, is this when the crossover happens?
The shock of being suddenly transported.
That's what I mean. Like now we've got that line of
Your point is
he's just going by himself. Didn't we agree that's not the best idea?
You and I
Captain's
agreed.
log, stardate 42827.3. Commander Riker has reached the caverns where he is making preparations to begin the evacuation.
Of course, by himself.
Whatever the problem, we'll handle it up here.
Listen to him!
Aye, sir. On our way. All of us.
Riker's like, but
He's like, but I have something to.
fine,
All right.
fine.
Okay. It's interesting. After 300 years, they've just stayed. Like they haven't
Exactly the
advanced at
same.
all.
Shoot! Shoot!
O'Brien's like,
He's like,
I wasn't expecting a pig farm. A little kid and a
kid
chicken.
and a chicken.
Picard's like, no thanks.
They're like,
Not interested in marrying your daughter.
what a thing to be thinking about in this moment.
Well, if they're as delayed in
What's the
their
total? 223.
like
Count
knowledge,
2 more in the next few
it's like
days.
his way of paying him back.
Set course.
What have they done to my ship now?
I don't know. The pig maybe chewed through something.
Keep the area clear. Report.
Hey, we've seen him before.
Fire has been contained. No damage.
Unseal the door.
Fire?
And what are you staring at? You never seen a woman before?
Ha!
I thought I had.
Ugh, whatever.
I thought I had. Jeez.
How did I know Riker would be interested? I was gonna say that.
Yeah, is this not a huge violation of the Prime Directive? It is an interesting thing
That's what I mean. Like,
that I tend to just gloss over because it's a lot to think about. But
this is fine.
what? Yeah.
Anything
Well.
to give me some help. Riker. I better not see any attitude when Troy sees someone and is slightly attracted to them. I'm annoyed.
It's around so much. Star Trek takes a
I'm,
much more
like-
open relationship approach to love and romance than we tend to in our society.
Which is
struggled with
fine.
it my first watch through.
Except for the times that, like I've said, we've noticed where he gets pissy
get
if
jealous.
she has a moment with someone else. He gets all fucking uppity.
He does get
And
jealous.
that's why this shit pisses me off. Yeah. I could tell. See, this is why I would be Troy. She's doing some secret scanning. It's just not even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it doesn't even process.
Riker's like, I don't understand.
What? Huh? How do you not want to have
What?
sex? That doesn't make sense. Pulaski's like, you ain't
Everyone's like,
calling me.
nah, I don't want to do it. Start banging. What?
What? Well, can clones like
Yeah, I'm not sure that's really an actual option for them. Especially because the whole point is to not mix they only have 5 strands of DNA. It's still not enough to mix.
it's just still not enough to safely like reproduce? Out of the question.
They keep trying to help people. They keep getting caught.
Ding 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 ding. Oh, hate needles, hate needles, hate needles, hate needles, hate needles, hate
That's
needles.
pretty
Don't show it again. No, I didn't need to see it again.
It's giant. It is.
It's
very
fucking
upsetting.
huge. Okay, so they're not the clones.
No. Yuck.
Oh, he just went straight to
He's like, destroyed.
damn. And what the fuck does this have to do with the people that they found earlier? I guess they could just drop those like they can just give them those people and they can. And so give them the
And I'm like, wait a minute. I know
Oh.
a man who wants to have his
Oh.
daughter married
Oh
off.
my god. Aren't you primitive and hostile?
Mhm.
I do like that sweater top though.
It is, yeah.
I kind of want to show it to my friend they're crocheting right now, and I kind of want to be like,
Could you
look
make
at this cool top. Yeah, one or the other. Mm. right, I liked the last episode better than this one.
This is not one of my favorites. No.
No.
It's a little silly.
I feel like I could talk shit about this one from almost start to finish.
It's a little silly. I do wish we had had more of the Worf.
Yeah, why? Like,
That was such a fun moment. It would have been nice to have more of that stuff.
I
It
just
was
don't
really there at the
understand
beginning.
why sometimes they introduce things like that just to write it off so very quickly. I would have loved to know a little bit more about that and see a little bit more about that. I'm just like,
We don't have to talk that much about this one. Like
it's just like,
you know,
what was the like? What was the whole point of the Riker and that woman's like? What was the whole point of showing that whole relationship and having those whole scene, like having that whole scene? What's the whole point of like? There's just so many things where I'm like, what's the point of all of these moments? It feels useless. The same thing with the whole intervening thing, like the whole like, why were they allowed to intervene here? Like that's okay. But in other situations, it's not. Because in this situation, opposed to last episode, this is technically involving a society. They may have been small, but that's involving a society who had no idea things like this existed, and they were like, whatever, just zap them on the ship, it's fine.
I mean, they knew enough that they had space traveled to where they were.
To where they had ended up, but that was 300 years ago. So, yeah, I don't know.
Those are not invalid criticisms.
This is definitely one of the more like write it off episodes.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it's not. I don't like hate it, but it's certainly not. Especially watching it.
I definitely don't like it.
It's like it's fine.
Like I think I would definitely lean on more of the dislike side of it for me, because even the ending there with her, where like one moment she's like, you men making all the decisions thinking that this is what it's going to be, and then all it took was Picard being like, it's okay, it's up to you, and then she was like, well, I could have 3 husbands, all right, let's go. And it was just like
I think
okay.
The way it approaches women as breeders, and also I think the way it is negatively stereotypical about Irish people.
Like very much so.
And there's something. It's yeah.
There's
it is
a lot
a
of
lower ranked episode in the
it better
be.
Of
episodes. This is not one that people hold up as like a grand bastion of Star Trek.
It's
but I love the moment with Worf and Pulaski.
That was amazing. I loved that whole moment, but that out of the whole episode, that lasted like 3 minutes.
It was very short, yeah.
Like it was just such an interesting thing to like, let's have Worf pass out at the start of the episode and make it like, and then it was just like, that's okay, it's nothing. They're just gonna drink some death tea together and be fine.
Some of the other deleted scenes, there's one that's like Riker after his romantic liaison. With what's her face?
Harder about that.
So maybe that would have felt like more part of the story if they hadn't deleted it. And there's a couple of others I can't remember off the top of my head. Like I was saying before, and we are all allowed to feel how we feel about it. The way the show and just the canon of the Star Trek universe tends to treat romantic relationships very differently than we tend to. They're much more non-monogamous,
which is totally
we tend to overall as a society. There are polyamorous people, obviously, but like and me knowing that is easier for me to like just kind of accept. But in my first watch of the series, it always bothered me because I like Troy and Riker, and I don't want to see either one of them with anyone else.
Look, here's the thing. I don't mind the approach of a futuristic lifestyle where most people are polyamorous and more open-minded to having an open relationship. That's fine. I respect that, and I like I myself respect people now, like in nowadays, who do that and have that sort of relationship. That's totally fine. I have no judgment there, but my whole thing is the way that they approach it, and like it's very double-sided. Like when Riker met her and she was like, "What, you never met a woman before?" And he's like, "I thought I have." It's like, hey, fuck you,
He
buddy.
has lines.
Like, fuck you, buddy. I didn't like it. I hated that because, like, in my opinion, it's talking down on Troy in one sense, and all the other people who he has been with, whatever, openly, that's fine. But again, it's just like, it's just that shitty writing of like, I'm going to compliment this woman by talking down about other people that I've had relationships with. And fuck you for writing it that way. That's what I think. That's what makes me mad. I don't like that involved.
No, jealousy can be a thing that is present in
It
polyamorous
can.
relationships. That's
And
why
you
you
have
have to
to
have
choose
open communication.
to communicate. You have to have those things. And yeah, I don't know. This episode didn't sit well with me.
Fine. That's fine. It's allowed not to. You are allowed to not like it. You were allowed to not like it.
There were minor moments that, like I liked. But yeah, definitely not. And why do they always put these episodes towards the end of the season? I feel like sometimes some of the weaker ones are like closer to the end.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like in the middle they have good ones, and then there's like a little bit in between where it's like, meh,
Where
and
it's
then
like,
at the end again, at the very end, they try
Yeah.
to. But this is a season that was dealing with a writer's strike
There was
and
a
budget
writer's strike
issues,
going
and
on. I know that too.
the whole writing team is going to turn over basically for season 3. Like very little of the original writing team remains.
Interesting.
So, I mean, the show really is just now hitting its stride. Really, in this second half of season 2, just beginning to hit its stride.
Yeah.
So it still has, and there are episodes down the line.
I'm
My
sure.
second least favorite of the entire, you're gonna hate it so much. My second least favorite of the entire series is Seasons Away.
Okay.
And so there will be bad.
It happens.
There will be
It
bad
happens.
episodes.
There are still bad episodes, and it's fine.
Or
it's gonna happen.
There will be episodes that we don't like. Other people will like them, but there will be episodes I'm sure that we won't like. There's 20 something in a season. There's not everyone.
It's
is gonna be
inevitable.
enjoyable.
It's inevitable.
So. That was
well,
Up the Long Ladder, and I think Katrina needs a little break. So we'll say thank you for joining us for Gallifrey Gals Get Warped. And I guess join us next week as we hopefully.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. I'm like, you know what? I changed it. We're not moving on to season 3.
That's it.
Done.
I'm too mad.
Bye. No, I couldn't do that.
Look, I know what it's like to be mad about a show.
Yeah, you do.
Moffat, I'm looking at you.
Moffat. That's okay. We're gonna get through this.
We sure will. All right, y'all. Catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a little thumbs up, and if you want to be notified when we post new content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell in the corner.